All right, so I've already prepped my nail, took my last one off. I did Vitaprime. Now I'm going to take tack. Just kidding, tack by Light Elegance. And just going to put this mostly on the bottom, then kind of feather it up. Last but not least, and I'm going to cure that. I'm going to put a soak off base on, and I am just using the gelish foundation and coming in nice and thin, kind of working it into the nail, and then getting close to the cuticle but not touching. And if you notice, my nail shape has changed because, you know what? I like to change things up, and I really liked this pink with that nail shape, so I went with it. Okay, I'm going to cure that. We are going to start with one step, which I like to just put on top of my kind of first two applications. I have a really thin layer here, but I like an extra thin layer. So when I take it off, I like to take it off like to the, sorry, I'm not in frame, to the like essentially the clear. I know you don't have to, but I don't know. I like to completely start a design over. And a lot of stuff is really opaque, so you don't have to worry about it, but still, it just gives me peace of mind that I have an extra barrier between this and my my nails for when I file it off. And I'm just taking a little bit on the side here and fixing just a little peak I had. Yeah, I'm gonna cure this one independent from the other ones. All right, now that that thumb is cured, too much. I'm gonna go ahead and get my pointer. Again, it's just a thin layer. I've been wearing my nails, I would say mediocrely thin slash thick. Like it's kind of in the middle. So I like to do a thin layer, especially where I know I'm going to be doing glitter. I usually end up doing a smaller layer. Like this one, I just remembered, I haven't done glitter on my pointer in a while, so I'm doing this, and I'm taking off some of that gel. Too much. Again, I'm using the gel brush, and this is for my clear, because I have them all labeled, because I'm crazy. Perfect. And now cure these guys. All right, so I'm going to take Pink Tutu and my color one, which is this guy, and I'm gonna start on the thumb. So the thumb and the pinky will be Pink Tutu, sorry, in the way. And then the other ones will go through the colors as we get there. Just kind of floating the color on and pushing it back towards the cuticles from what I can see from my position. This is a really sheer color. I Wish it was thicker. But I actually have a buttercream in this, which I didn't use the buttercream on the other one. I think I have a buttercream in this. I feel like this is the one I bought two of by accident, meaning this one and I had it in a buttercream as well. Less is more for me. I'd rather come in and work on the color ever so slightly than rush through this.
Way, but not today. Just stay. Just stay.
Okay, I'm gonna let this self-level for just a second. And then I am going to go into the lamp full cure. All right, I'm gonna do a second layer, but I'm gonna keep this really thin because we are going to end up putting some clear on top of this. So when we file, we're not gonna put like too much. We end up possibly, depending on how thin this is, I did it on this thumb, but I just went over again with a thin layer after I finish filed, before I put the, what's the word I'm looking for? The top coat on. And I'm gonna cure that. All right, so that's where we're left with the thumb at the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and do my pinky. I will fast forward for you guys because it's literally the same thing. So we are going to take doll face and we are going to do the middle one. I have just wiped off my brush and just gonna get some on. Going to cure. Time for a second coat, and not too thick of a coat because it's usually pretty good coverage on the first one with this guy. The pink tutu is not though. I try to just get it as smooth as possible. That one's a pretty good one actually. And now I'm gonna cure it. All right, so this is what we're working with. Missing these fun colors. So I'm going to take Aztec, and this is their gel play. And I'm going to take my glitter one, and then I'm going to play with some glitter. So this again is super easy. This one you do not want to do it super thick because it is a leaf gel. So like, I don't know if that's gonna like, it's picking up, but I don't know if you're gonna be able to pick up the texture. So maybe kind of, I'll wipe most of it off so you can see, and that's what I have on there. And by kind of scrubbing it across, see how it's like, let me see how it's a very kind of like gold leaf-esque texture. If you put like a lot on, it may not cure all the way through. And I just did two thin coats. And then I created my apex with the clear gel. So it's kind of like encapsulated. That's probably not going to, yeah. So you can kind of see up here, it's all clear, but like when you look down that way, you don't see the difference. And it's interesting, so this is like a rose gold color, but like the shimmer in it is like silver or gold-ish, and like the color, like you can probably see the staining on the edge here. That's like the pink part. It's like really trippy. So I'm just making sure I have a nice coverage because it's hard to see with the light sometimes. So I want to make sure that I just have a coverage. Okay. And now we are going to cure that in our light. Actually, I just did a flash cure on that. So I'm actually going to come in with Betty Davis, and I don't need to clean off the brush because when you see this, you're gonna know why. So I love Betty Davis. I'm doing kind of like a thinner coat. Yeah, so I flash cured that other one. Since I have to cure both of these at the same time, I don't have to, let me rephrase that. It's smart to save time to cure at the same time. Okay. This is just some glitter I got off Amazon. I'm going to take another like thicker kind of dot of Betty Davis, and I'm gonna come in. You can get this like pretty opaque, but I love adding this glitter. So I'm just taking like a little scoop here, and I'm just gonna kind of just dump that on. Kind of just like move the ones in the cuticles up onto the thing. So that's it, that's all I'm gonna take. It was like tiny little scoops, and then that's what you're working with. So I like to come in and just kind of make sure that I don't have any like super sticking up, because you don't want to do this like super because like obviously this is uncured, so you don't want to just dump the whole entire thing on it. I'm not even in frame, I'm sorry. So you don't want to just dump the whole entire thing on it. Because this is like straight glitter. But like, look what it adds. And that's like the finish nail. I love it so, so, so much. So now I'm gonna give these guys a full cure, these two. All right, these are fully cured. Going to take just another small layer. So I'm almost kind of like embedding the glitter inside more glitter. I am just going to wipe off this brush just so I don't have like big chunkies on it. And then again, that's probably all I need for the nail. Maybe not. I could have got away with that, but I like it to look a little bit. Tell me that it's just not so, so, so pretty. I could use a whole nail. I could use a whole nail. Obviously that's a whole nail, but I could totally use this as a, like all of the nails. I'm obsessed. So I'm gonna cure these guys again. See, I told you guys it was simple. So now I'm going to take my clear one again, and we're gonna put some one step on it again. Yeah, I need to get a bigger one step.
We found a way into the grace again. Let's not
All right, coming back. Now this one is super thin. Like, I don't know. Yeah, so you can see it's super thin. So now we're gonna build the strength. Since this is a leaf gel and you do it super thin, we're gonna build the strength through the clear gel. So I did a quick little slip layer, and then I grabbed kind of like another bead and gonna kind of just work it down the nail. Sorry, I'm not in frame. That's the one thing that kind of stinks. So let me see if I can show you there. See how it's a little bit thicker up here, but like I'm having a really good apex there. So just kind of pull some of that, and that may need to be fixed in filing because it could be some of the one step from below. So I rather make it close to the same height and fix it during filing. At least that's how I like to do it. And then I'm gonna keep working. Okay. I don't need too much because this one wasn't as thin of a gel. But again, I want a little bit of an apex.
dance. Our hearts have life again. Just stay one more night. I'll be by your side. Just stay. Just stay.
It's interesting, my pinky nails are like abnormally strong. So, all right, these four are gonna get a full cure. All right, taking the tacky layer off. And we're gonna file.
Let's not pretend.
So what you can't see is like, it's kind of the equivalent of doing this. I just can't do it that way. So I'm just looking down the barrel from the back and then pushing that way instead of a nail tech normally would be pushing this way, but I can't see that way. So you can see, there we go. Strength there, and then we come down again. I don't necessarily mind mine that way, but it does tend to get a little bit thicker. But again, we have that nice kind of curve there. There's a little bit of a bump right there.
We found our way again. We found our way again. We found our way. A new place.
All right, taking clear. cleanser, which I have like dust all in my nails. And people probably think this is excessive to take cleanser now. But I want to do that before I buff, so I can actually see what I'm working with. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Now this is where you really want to make sure all your dust is off. So now I am going to go in with some top coat. All right, technical difficulty. I had to find my top coat, but we're here. We're all right. So I'm taking super shiny, and I like to get it like only on one part of the brush, so I kind of like pushed it off. Just make sure you cap your free edges. And I'm gonna cure this one by itself, so I will be right back. All right, that one is cured. And time to top coat these other guys. You know, I find this guy, which is the doll face, you know, you think that when you put it on, you need to make sure that it's like perfect because you see the strokes. Well, when you buff it, you tend to get to the color anyway. I put that clear layer just in case, but it's actually the top coat that I find you need to make sure is super good. Otherwise you'll see like really weird demarcation lines. I hope I'm still in frame. Yeah, I'm getting out of frame now. And I find glitter will always be thicker on the nail versus a like color. So that's why I don't like to wear like super like glitter on ones that like I would hit more. Like this I lucked out because it's a leaf gel, so it's like super thin. It's actually thinner. It's not a buttercream consistency. However, it's a buttercream like coverage. Just coming in, double capping my free edges, and I'm gonna cure it. All right, second to last step, just taking cleanser. Best part. I'm actually going to go wash my hands, so I'll be right back. All right, so I have washed my hands. Actually, I'm gonna take these off. Time for some cuticle oil. Probably put too much on, but I don't mind. Yes, hydrate them puppies. Do you guys like this part? Like I already had one set done on the other hand, and then I come in and do the other side. Like I feel like when I was watching back my, I'm just taking my cleanser, although since these aren't matte, it probably doesn't matter, but I don't know. I just think it should be good. That it was almost, maybe because it was like black and like gold and like super shiny, that it was distracting for me to have this hand be like black and gold, and then while I'm doing this hand, I feel like with doing, like having this hand done, it's almost matching where I am now. Does that make sense? That I'm like matching this hand, so like look how fun these are. Let me see if I can get like super, there we go, right? I just love these. I think these are like totally achievable. It's a really simple look. Like it's not super complicated, but just like the color combos, I think just work so well together. I almost think I probably could have done a glitter fade here, but I didn't want the glitter to like take over because I have some bam bam thank you man glitter. Because I debated just doing like these guys, like this pink all over, but I'm glad I didn't. Man, I like these so much. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I've been really enjoying these videos. I think they're super fun. They're just kind of relaxed, not like super like bam, bam, bam. I just love these so, so, so much. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Thumb, not pointer, thumbs up, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.